Hello and welcome to Sports Around the World. My name is Blessing Bassi. The headlines. League management company fixes another tentative date for the commencement of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Minister of Youth and Sport Development charges Flying Eagles to do the nations proud in WAFU Under-20 Championship. MBBF President Musa Kida and the Tigers coach Michael Brown paint a bright future for Nigerian basketball. Borussia Dortmund star striker Erling Haaland ruled out of the rest of the year. Madonna's son asks Messi to give up his iconic number 10 shirts. Let's quickly go on a short break. When we come back, we have more sports stories for you. The Nigerian League organizers have again shifted the start date for the 2020-21 NPFL season to a new date of December 13, 2020, subject to confirmation by the AGM of the LMC that was held yesterday in Abuja. Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Mr. Sunday Dare, has charged the Flying Eagles to make Nigeria proud by winning the WAFU competition in Cotonou, which begins on Saturday. Speaking during a visit to the team's training in Abuja, Mr. Dare said the Flying Eagles have always made us proud. Go there and make Nigerians proud. And he believes the players are young, talented, and determined. The team is expected to depart for the competition on Friday via Lagos. Nigerian plays their first match against Cote d'Ivoire on Sunday. The Premier League has reached £50 million agreement over a ballot for EFL clubs in League 1 and 2 and a £200 million loan facility for championship teams. The rescue package was unanimously agreed by Premier League clubs during a stakeholders meeting today, having already been approved by the EFL board in light of the financial challenges many clubs are grappling with during the COVID-19 pandemic. On top of the £50 million grant for League 1 and 2 clubs, the Premier League will also assist the EFL by making a £200 million loan facility available to championship clubs interest fee. Jose Mourinho says his 100% managerial home record against Arsenal means nothing as his Tottenham side prepare to face their North London rivals on Sunday. The Spurs boss has hosted Arsenal a total of 10 times as manager of Chelsea, Manchester United and Tottenham, and has never tasted defeat, winning 6 and drawing 4 of those encounters. But Mourinho is wary of any such stats, believing they are to be broken, and even citing his previous Hudo away to Newcastle United, failing to win in 7 attempts before smashing their record with a 3-1 victory at the end of last season. One of Diego Maradona's son has called on Lionel Messi to retire his Argentina and Brazilian number 10 shirt in honor of his dad. Maradona, who died last week aged 60, famously lifted the World Cup with his country in 1986, where he undoubtedly regarded as the best player on the globe. Messi is now filling Maradona's boots with his national side, although has yet to achieve the same success wearing blue and white. Maradona also won the Copa del Rey with Barcelona wearing the number 10 jersey, albeit a far cry from Messi's 34 trophies with the club. And the legend's son, also named Diego, believed all his former teams should retire the shirt to remember the old man. Let's go on the short break. When we come back, we'll bring you more sports stories. Welcome back. Nigerian Basketball Federation has thanked the federal government through the Ministry of Youth and Sport for its support to funding and approval of its programs, which has seen the continued rise in the game in Nigeria. During a courtesy call on the Minister of Youth and Sport, Honorable Sunday Dare, upon arrival from the 2021 Afro Basketball qualifiers in Rwanda, the Federation said the unparalleled support has made ministering basketball easier. Represented by its president, Engineer Musa Kida, on Tuesday, the board said it was there to appreciate and brief the minister and other high-ranking ministry officials about their Kigali experience and convey the goodwill messages of the coaching crew and players to the minister. In his response, the minister commended the NBBF board for putting smiles on the faces of Nigerians as he declared that basketball has come to stay in Nigeria. He seized the occasion to announce a partnership between the Federal Ministry of Sport and the NBBF to have at least one basketball court in each senatorial district across the country. For him, it is essential that kids in the nooks and crannies of the country find an avenue to chase their dreams, as well as targeting the long-term dominance of Nigeria on the global stage. He promised that under his watch, basketball will witness a resolution that will transcend the national team, centered around objective grassroots basketball development. The Tigers head coach Mike Brown has revealed that African countries have the capacities to compete with the rest of the world in basketball if only their federation will put necessary right things in place. The American-born coach, who led the Cleveland Cavaliers to the 2007 NBA Finals and was named Coach of the Year in 2009 for Cavaliers team record and league's best 66 wins, experienced his first ever coaching assignment in Africa last week in Kigali, Rwanda, with Nigeria. After leading Nigerian senior men's basketball to a 100% outing to lead Group D in the 2021 Afro Basketball Championship qualifiers, Brown saw firsthand the quality of the game in Africa as exhibited by all the teams that featured in the first round of the qualification series. Speaking with NBBF Media yesterday, Coach Brown said the game of basketball in Africa is unique from the standpoint that every team you look at possesses the athleticism necessary for the game. Brown, who in 2011 succeeded Phil Jackson as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, however, insisted that the result of the qualifiers in Rwanda did not reflect the opposition the Tigers faced. Nigeria will hope to maintain her unbeaten run on the continent when the qualifiers resume early next year. After a remarkable week in Formula One, the sport takes a deep step into the unknown this weekend with the second GP as a reshuffled grid of drivers take on Bahrain superfast outer track with sub-minute lap and plenty of excitement predicted. New drivers line up a new circuit layout. It's set to be one of Formula One 2020 most thrilling challenges at the end of a dramatic season, and all the actions, including the Formula 2 title finale, will be live. Lewis Hamilton, after testing positive for COVID-19 following his Bahrain GP win last week, and Roman Grosjean receiving treatment for minor burns after his death-defining crash in that race, will both be absent, which in turn has handed three drivers big opportunity. Let's quickly go on a short break. When we come back, we have more sports stories for you. Welcome back. LeBron James is on the verge of signing a 2-year contract extension with the Los Angeles Lakers, which is worth a reported $85 million. The 55-year-old agent told ESPN his contract will run until the end of the 2022-2023 season, the 20th in the NBA. He will become a free agent in the same year in which his 16-year-old son Bruno is slated to enter the NBA when he graduates from high school. James led the Lakers to the first NBA title in a decade in October. He was named the finals most valuable player and became the first player to win the title with three different teams, having twice won it with Miami Heat and once with the Cleveland Cavaliers. His career earnings will approach for $35 million by the end of his Lakers deal. The Lakers will play the Los Angeles Clippers in their opening game of the new NBA season on December 22nd. In racing, Austin Murphy has voiced his determination to put things right as he prepares to begin his 3-month riding ban after testing positive for metabolites of cocaine. Murphy, who was crowned Britain's champion flat jockey for the second successful year last month, failed a test at Clatterley in July 19, having ridden the Learjet owned by his bosses Qatar Racing. Having always strenuously denied he had taken any drugs, Murphy requested a B sample, and upon receiving the results, France Gallup held a hearing in November 25th where the rider's defense of environmental contamination from a sexual encounter and scientific hair test evidence was accepted. Murphy's 3-month suspension took account his defense and will run from December 11th until March 11th. Speaking to BBC Sports, Murphy admitted he had witnessed cocaine being used the night before traveling to France. Emmanuel Dennis recorded an assist at Club Brugge trashed Russian club Zenit St. Petersburg in their championship clash on Wednesday night. Charles put Club Brugge ahead in the 33rd minute, while Hans Vanaken added the second goal 2 minutes before the hour mark. Dennis set up Roland for the third goal 17 minutes from time. The forward was in action for the entire duration of the game. His international teammate David Okereke replaced Lang 2 minutes from time. At the Old Trafford, Odioni Gallo has handed a cameo role in Manchester United's 3-1 home defeat at French club Paris Saint-Germain. Gallo replaced Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the dot of 90 minutes. Azubike Okechukwu is thrilled to be back on the pitch again after spending time on the sidelines due to injury. Nigeria international returned into action in Istanbul 3-3 draw against Denizlispor. Azubike has made 18 appearances for Istanbul since linking up with the club from Egyptian club Pyramid. The former captain of Nigerian Olympic Eagles missed many parts of his club's campaign in the UEFA Champions League and 9 league matches. Let's quickly go on a short break. When we come back, we'll bring you more sports stories. Welcome back. Justice Hooney defended his Australian heavyweight championship on Thursday in just his second fight and has agreed to face veteran Lucas Browne next year. He dismantled Arsenal Fosso, who was previously unbeaten in 3 fights in his home city, to Brisbane. Hooney, aged 21, is an exciting prospect who won his national title on his pro debut and is quickly rampaging through the early part of his career. He was forced to shave plans to go to the Olympics when they were postponed, so he instead turned pro and on Thursday stopped Fosso on his feet in the 4th round. Erling Haaland has been ruled out of the remainder of 2020 after suffering a hamstring injury. Borussia Dortmund star striker will play no further part until next year after picking up the problem ahead of Wednesday 1-1 draw with Lazio in the Champions League. Haaland has been a revelation since signing for the German almost 12 months ago, scoring 32 goals in just 32 games. Prior to his arrival in the Bundesliga, the 20-year-old turned heads across Europe with 28 goals in just 22 for Salzburg. Manchester United are strongly linked with a move before Haaland joined Dortmund, but the Norway international will now be watching from the sideline as he recovers from his hamstring setback for the next 4 weeks. Despite initially missing out on Haaland, United are reported to still be interested after he worked with Old Trafford boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Mond. Leicester City manager Brendan Rodgers said Wilfred Ndidi is set to make his long-awaited return after being sidelined with injury. Rodgers made this known during his press conference ahead of Leicester Europa League fixtures against Ukrainian side Zoya. Ndidi has been out for sustaining the injury in Leicester's 4-2 home win against Burnley in September. Speaking ahead of Thursday's game, Rodgers, who also hinted about the possible return of Ricardo Pereira and Kaglia, confirmed that the Foxes will be boosted by their returns in Ukraine. In cricket, Saudi Vipers' George Adams is one of the female cricketers who have signed full-time domestic contract, boosting the total number in the English women game to 41 across 8 teams. Adams enjoyed a stellar summer, leading Vipers to the Rachel Hall Flint Trophy with a personal run tally of 500 at an average of 83.33. The 27-year-old is now part of a group of elite female cricketers who will have the chance to train full-time following the confirmation of additional professional contracts on top of the 25 regional retainers award by the England and Wales Cricket Board in June. Arsene Wenger has reportedly rejected a big money offer to return to football with Serbia. The Balkan side missed out of Euro 2020 qualification after a penalty shootout defeat to Scotland. That is leading to the Serbian FA scouting candidate to replace coach Tamba Kovac. FSS president Slavica is said to want a big-name foreign manager to come in and point the young side in the right direction. According to Belgrade outlet Informa, Kokosa approached an intermediary of Wenger to offer him the job. However, the 72-year-old turned out the opportunity despite money being described by the FSS as no problem. Arsenal icon Wenger has not managed since leaving Emirates Stadium in 2018. Let's quickly go on a short break. When we come back, we'll bring you the rest of the sports stories. Welcome back. Champions League Championship club Stoke City have signed experienced goalkeeper Andy Lonergan on a short-term deal. The 37-year-old was a free agent, having been released by Liverpool following a season with the Premier League outfit. Lonergan has made 353 league appearances over the course of his career, which has included spells with Preston, Leeds, Bolton and Fulham. Let's wrap it up with this today's Europa League futures, where we have Zoya take on Leicester City. AC Milan is going to play home to Celtic. Sivasspor, Villarreal, Karabakh, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Athens, Braga, Lille, Sparta Prague, Antwerp, Ludogorets, Lax, Tottenham Hotspur, Feyenoord versus Dynamo Zagreb, CSK Moscow versus Spelets, Genk versus Liberec, Crvena Zvezda versus Hoffenheim, CFR Cluj versus CSK Sofia, Roma versus Young Boys, Molde take home Dundalk, Arsenal play home against Rapid Wien, Slavia Prague versus Hoffenheim, Bersevia, Nice versus Bayern Leverkusen, Omonia Nicosia versus PAOK, Rangers versus Standard Liège, Benfica versus Liège Poznan, Granada versus PSV, Real Sociedad versus Rijeka, AZ Alkmaar will take home Napoli. Alright, that's all we can take for today. I remain Blessing Basti. Have a wonderful evening.